you get up off the wall, go on, get it moving here. Yeah, I'm just catching the vibe. I told the ballet, take your time, admire the ride. Floating through the front door, my mind is tied. Good Lord, mama, you know you looking divine. I had to turn around, double take a look at that. Girl, you got good taste, where you cook it at? You can mingle with the cool kids. I'm out here sweating like a preacher in a pulpit. Even when I'm down bad, I know how to bounce back. I know I got her, and she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, and even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still got her. I know I got her. I know I got her. Even when I'm down bad, yeah, I know how to bounce back. Cause you know I got her.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Miami Dolphins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They begin the drive with Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. But you look at this defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Huntley. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. And this drive will begin with a run from Achane. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Looking to throw here, Huntley. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Down to about the 32. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
And a 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing better pressure here already in the 1st quarter. They sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that football being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They go play action with Huntley. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
They certainly probably had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Here's Achane to begin the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second and a couple. Looking to pass. Tua. His throw incomplete. This defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Dolphins had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
84 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, now they'll try the end around. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 16-yard line.
A give up the middle to H.A. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble. But all is well. 1st down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively,
and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Sanders now to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Huntley. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the loss of 5 there as a safety blitz winds up paying off.
Well, the goal is to get back into this game. The offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now. But unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
On 3rd and long, here's Huntley. Work in the middle of
the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Ready?
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Second down throw from Huntley. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Huntley off of play action. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Here's Ethan Evans now. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that would be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here, and no panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Weak.
And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Wilson with a first down carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down.
That's dropped underneath for Wilson. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this one is incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And that one complete downfield to Kupp.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Zach Evans.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
It's on a throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We're liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Huntley to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown. Bo Melton.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Rams are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point forthcoming.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Rams 13.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Back to the air on second down. White. That'll be caught by Eric Ezekama.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Just 21 yards on the punt there.
And they will take over first and 10.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Motion left, Kupp.
On third down, here's Williams. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Come on.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Third down and 10. Now Huntley.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A 77-yard punt return.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You got a guy that fast back there to receive punts. That's a nightmare for the guy game planning the special
special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to them.
Extra point and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 8. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's Huntley. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
As a player, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield and man coverage and make a play quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
To throw, Huntley.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg it. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Man, current formula's not working right now. On first down, it's White. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
To throw, White. Throw left side, take it in. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Extra point and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success. And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rip, and they get off the field.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
This pass complete to Melton.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Huntley. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Achane on 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. White. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. White looks to throw. And this one's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. In motion, Hill. Now White. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 15-point game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They go play action with Huntley. They'll roll him out right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Huntley looks to throw. Blitz coming and down.
No time.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
What was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's White.
Open net is Waddle complete.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now White. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
K'Lavon Chaisson, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now. One more first down to help salt this one away.
Now it's A-Chain headed right.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Huntley. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one. And it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, what was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
He's able to find Melton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Second and 10. Here's Huntley. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Bo Melton with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away from